mother's ass, I'm gonna kick your ass. The Rock walked out of WrestleMania, the people's champ.
So why don't you go back to Calgary and take some more gas?
Hi everybody, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly once again. And thanks for joining us today on a Mother's Day. And I'm the champ, John Potok. This is your role model, Ric Lieb. And Rick, as you know, like I said, today is Mother's Day. Before we even get anything started or anything, I'd like to say, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I know you're watching.
Right.
And role model.
Let me get it out, the important one. I just like to say, Happy Mother's Day to my mom and Carrie, and Happy Mother's Day and everything like that. So now I got that off my chest. I ain't buying no one anything.
There you go. All right. Got a lot of wrestling news this week. That's, of course, tonight's WCW Slamboree is going to be taking place. If you want to give us a call with any news, rumors, or anything that you heard of, if you're in Akron, give us a call at 677-0029. Cleveland, you give us a call 521-3529. Also, right off the bat, I'd like to mention, of course, just for the lawsuit thing, this is just an opinionated show, we appreciate your guys' comments, news, and views, but don't take it to heart, everything that we say is, we're not God, so just keep that in mind. Also, if you want to, the phone messed up already. If you want to give us an email, you can get a hold of me at pwweekly29, and you want to get a hold of the role model, you can get a hold of him at eRoleModel, and both of those at America Online. Role model, like I said, Slamboree is this week. Tonight, we're going to have an exciting card. The title's got to go on the line at every pay-per-view. We've got to put the title on the line.
But there's an interesting matchup going on here because I've heard two scenarios on who's going to win the world title, and I know you've heard the same thing, so it should be pretty fun. And we both have a good chance of winning this title.
Well, just like WCW, always does, they constantly change their angles. It's a throw them up in the air at the last minute type of deal. Maybe that's why they,
Lack of storylines. I mean,
right.
WCW got a million storylines, it just never kept the one, so.
Yeah. Anyway, well, as you know, the WCW World Heavyweight title's on the line tonight. Diamond Dallas Page against Big Kevin Nash, Big Sexy. Let's go ahead and put the title on the line for the second defense of my era. I'll be bold, and I'm going to take Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
Okay, well, I'm glad you choose that because I refuse to cheer on a guy named Big Sexy, knowing that I'm the biggest and sexiest that there is Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that right now. I'm going to have to just say this straight up. I'm finally liking Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond Dallas Page has just got a new attitude about him. He's got the same attitude he had back when he was managing Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond back in the AWA days. I like it. Diamond Dallas Page is just, I like you like this, don't change. You're horseman material right now. Maybe they'll look you up and put you in there.
If they had some of these matches constantly on a base on Monday night, maybe the ratings, as this week, once again, the WWF is just stomping the WCW, as is usual. We got the WWF doing a 6.4 this week. We got Nitro doing a 3.1. Thursday night, WWF didn't have SmackDown. Thunder didn't do any better. If anything, they did worse. They did a 2.6, which is really unbelievable. You figure they'd get some of the fans from the SmackDown time era. It's hurting WCW, I think, in a world of trouble. They need to sit back and relax and
Did you watch Thunder
relocate.
last week?
Yeah, I watched Thunder last week.
Did it deserve to have anybody watch it?
Hey, if you ask me, Nitro doesn't either, but that's what they need to do. Like I said, they need to get someone in there that's going to do the job right, get the angles going.
And I just recently found out Mike Tenay is not on the booking team. They just want him in there during the booking, and that's crap. I mean, here, I was all happy thinking Mike Tenay was doing some booking, and next thing you know, he's just there.
Well, also today, role model, as you know, one of your favorites.
Greenberg.
Yeah, we got an autographed picture of Bill Goldberg. We got a trivia question for you. One of you callers out there today is going to have a chance to win a genuine autograph of Bill Goldberg.
Bill Greenstein.
Yeah. And you need to quit. Anyway, the trivia question is, if you could, it's a two-part question. If you could tell us what was the first wrestling pay-per-view event ever, and then tell us what the main event is to it, we're going to give you this autograph of Bill Goldberg. So if you want to...
And an ugly mug shot of him just to go with it.
Yeah, anyway.
All right.
Let's get back to Slamboree. There's a whole card lineup here. We got also who the franchise is on the match. We got the Sting versus Goldberg. That's going to be
and the winner of the franchise match will be Ric Flair. He will beat Roddy Piper.
Yeah, okay. That's the next one. You know, out of control match. Who's gonna win that? You know, if we go into this, it's a pretty good card tonight. You know, if they did this kind of stuff on Monday nights, maybe they wouldn't be hurting so bad.
John, their last 3-4 Monday Nitros have been good. They've been really good. But it's just the storylines that the WWF have are keeping people wanting to watch the WWF to see what's going to happen next. If the WCW would go to the storylines, then maybe they can grab some fans because they're putting on better shows when it comes to matches.
Did you see the thing about where some kid emailed somebody and said, hey, that he went to a Nitro show, and now WCW is not even allowing anything to do with WWF in their stands. So I recommend, you know, Nitro's coming to town soon. Let's just go. Pro Wrestling Weekly likes to occasionally make people mad. I recommend anybody going to Nitro, put on your WWF clothes, and let's just see how mad we can get these people. And if, you know, you heard anything about that, you know, this kid went to Nitro, he paid his ticket, you know, tickets aren't cheap. He went there, he was wearing an Austin shirt. He went right through the door, and of course they checked for WWF signs and everything because, you know, it's supposed to be G-rated. He's wearing this shirt that says Austin in the blood, you know, the Austin shirt there. They tell him, oh, you might not be allowed to wear that. This kid, what's he going to do, run home, go, you know, change his shirt? No. I mean, he gets in there, and somebody actually comes and tells him to turn his shirt inside out because it has Austin 316 on it. I mean, that's ridiculous.
John, what you're doing is you're telling them to hold up or wear the Austin or the WWF stuff. Look, don't wear the WWF stuff. What you guys need to do, grab them signs, hold up your role model signs like crazy on the WWF event coming in town, the Nitro event coming in town. Hold up them role model signs. Hold up them Champ John Potok sucks signs. I mean, everything that...
Hey, you know, let me just say this also. You know, I want to make it clear. I like the WCW. I like the ECW. I like the WWF. I am just a wrestling fan in general. But, you know, one thing that does drive me insane in this country is there's always someone that doesn't allow freedom of speech or doesn't, you know, for instance, the media's always constantly bad-mouthing wrestling. I think that's wrong. Wrestling should be allowed to do what they want to do. And now the WCW is going to get in there and say, hey, don't wear your WWF stuff. Hey, they're paying your salary. How are you going to tell these people what they're allowed to wear?
And, you know, and the funny thing is, it's not like the WWF is stopping people from doing it. I mean, hell, they're handing out Jericho signs. So.
I don't know. I just feel a little, I mean, that kind of stuff just really gets to me. I mean, it just, you know, if I guarantee you, if I get a ticket to WCW and I'm wearing an Austin shirt and they tell me to turn inside out, I'm going to tell them hell no. And when they throw me out, I'm going to make even a bigger stink. I'll come on this air every week and badmouth them. I mean, it's just unbelievable. They're paying the salary of these wrestlers. They're the ones keeping them alive, and this is how they get treated. Yeah, I mean, what better way to say, hey, fans, here's your kick to the face. But anyway, you know, Eric Bischoff has enough problems to worry about anyway. He was also, you know, he was on a Man Cow show this past week also. He made some weird, interesting comments about a bunch of different subjects. You know, they were asking about how Buff and Saturn, how he felt about them being drunk during the Jenny Jones show. He made a comment saying, oh, well, it was very amateur-like, and we'll see where they go with that because, you know, of that. It kind of felt like it embarrassed WCW. And if they did get on Jenny Jones drunk, it probably is a little embarrassment. They should have lacked better. But they've had problems with Buff and anyway, so.
Yeah, Buff, I mean, actually, Buff recently just got in a bar fight with Scott Steiner, so, and Rick Steiner had to break that up. That was, I believe it was last Sunday, come to think of it, but, you know, it's just, Buff has his attitude, and Scott Steiner, for that matter, has their little attitude problems going on. They, you know, who's the biggest, who's the funniest, you know. I guess the reason why they got in a fight is because Buff Bagwell was saying that Scott Steiner watches BET to get his lines and that he was the originator of the Big Papa Pump thing from the beginning. So
something I thought was pretty interesting, though, also, he said his biggest regret, you know, Eric Bischoff finally admits he had a regret, was getting rid of Sean Waltman, who was 6 then, and now you know him as X-Pac, which, me, I'm not really an X-Pac fan, but hey, there's a lot of people out there that does, you know, that do like him, and that was pretty interesting, too. Also, you know, the WCW is also trying to pull out a couple stops also. Did you hear about they bought a big billboard right next to Titan Towers.
Yeah, I heard about
Put
that.
up, you know, watch WCW in WWF country. I mean, so I thought that was pretty funny.
I like that too.
And, you know, another thing that was pretty funny also was how somebody asked him about if they felt he was the hitman, Bret Hart was a spy. And he's like, well, if he's a spy.
He's the worst spy ever.
Yeah, the worst spy ever. So I thought that was pretty. But he did have a couple nice words saying, hey, the WWF, what works for them is great. And, you know, of course, he obviously didn't mean it, but.
Yeah, but, you know, he did try and give him the good word. He didn't want to look like the jerk in the whole thing.
Yeah, so, again, you know, it's all about getting the ratings and so forth like
yeah,
that.
but see, WWF has been screwing up, though, because they've been bad-mouthing WCW a lot lately, and that's not good business to go and bad-mouth somebody.
Yeah, but hey, they're just,
they
you
are
know.
in the right for what they're saying. Because they're talking about the Chastity incident with her being on the porno live bait, you know, how WCW doesn't want to make a comment on that. And then, you know, they're like, yo, we have Val Venus, you know, we're more or less saying that we have a porno star. What are you guys afraid of, you know? So they
Well, to me, it's like fight fire with fire. You know, hey, WCW not allowing WWF stuff there. I mean, it's not the first time. I remember when WCW was on top of the ratings war, and they were actually announcing and who was going to win the main event matches of WWF. So, I mean, WCW is just now actually getting it back in their face. To me, I feel they deserve it. I mean, like I said, I like the WWF. Don't get me wrong. I like the WCW. Don't get me wrong. Which do I like better? I like the WWF. But hey, the WCW, there was a time I liked them better when they were doing all the NWO stuff, but they're just getting too played out. They got to find a guy that can help book matches better and get some better storylines.
I don't know if I can honestly go through and say that I have a better. I mean, if you think about it, who has better matches? I think WCW has better matches. WWF storylines are a lot better, so they're more interesting to watch. But you got to admit that WCW's matches are a lot better. They've got better talent.
Hey, I don't agree about the matches either. I think WWF goes by far a lot better matches.
Only hardcore.
Hey, people want to see that.
Yeah, but I think that good old Sandman, a la Hack, is a very good hardcore wrestler.
Right. Well, hey, keep that in mind. We got to go take a commercial break, but when we get back, you know, we're going to take some calls. We're going to see if anybody can answer the trivia to get this, and cover some WWF news as well.
RCW Rubber City Wrestling.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment.
This is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
The blue Mick Foley.
And you are watching
RCW Wrestling from the Rubber City.
Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not the flippy stuff.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube.
TNT Health, unmasking your potential. So, you want to look like the headline, Vinny DiMaggio? Here's your chance. Let's not be ridiculous. Nobody can look like Vinny. But if you need that energy before your workout, or you want to lose some weight, burn some fat, we got that. You want to build some lean muscle? You can get it at TNT. Or even if you just need the essentials, BCAAs, juiced up. Here at TNT Health, we carry it all. Come visit us at TNTHealth.com.
I don't know. It was probably around 2, maybe 3 years ago. I'd be walking around in malls or walking down the street. Women would come up there and just want to be with me. Men, they'd just mimic things I do and more or less just try and follow in my footsteps. I guess that was probably the first time I realized that I was your role model.
Join the champ, John Potok, the boss's son, Bo Smirno, and your role model, Ric Lieb, Saturdays at noon for reruns of Pro Wrestling Weekly on the RCW Network on YouTube.
You know, Rick, we were talking about WCW and, you know, tonight, of course, Slamboree. Before we get into all that again, once again, I'd like to say, hey, if you're interested in dropping us a line, we're kind of trying to figure out who really watches the show, where areas we got covered. If you want to drop us a line, we'd appreciate it. Write us at Pro Wrestling Weekly, P.O. Box 2170. That's in Akron, Ohio, 44309. We'd like to hear from you, hear some questions, comments, or anything. Just let us know where you're from, and hey, Say, hey, I watched the show.
Yeah, send in your wrestling moment pictures like old Mr. Sacco that we got that sent in last time. Send in pictures like that. We'll put them on the air. You know, if we're allowed to put them on the air, we'll throw your pictures on the air and everything. So go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, with that in mind, before we get to the WWF, I said we take a little bit of calls, see if maybe we can get a trivia question answered for this. All right. Hi, line 1, you're on the air. What's your name?
Steve Felger from Streetsboro.
Streetsboro, okay. What's up?
I don't have a trivia question, but I want to know about Vince McMahon, and is he going to start, because last week he sent out a bunch of people against the corporation. Is he going to start his own union now?
Well, they have the union going on now that Mankind started, and I would more or less expect for Vince McMahon to lead that coming pretty soon in the future, and expect The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin to be in the middle of it.
Anything else?
What about DX? Are they going to join something up? Any team up?
Okay, now, you know, there's a million DX rumors going on out there. Okay, let me be the bold one to say this. Most of the DX things that you see out in a lot of newsletters, most of the DX things that you see on the internet, and a lot of that stuff is not true. Here's what's going to happen with DX. I feel DX is going to actually take a turn for the worse before it gets better. And then, of course, Shawn Michaels will come in. He'll be a part of DX. Look for Triple H also to come back with DX down the road. The only one out of DX now that's not going to be a part of DX is going to be, I feel, Badass Billy Gunn. The Road Dogg, X-Pac, everybody's going to form DX, and then it's either going to be Val Venus if Chris Jericho doesn't sign, but we hear that, hey, he's almost good as gold as being in the WWF. If he signs, it'll be Chris Jericho. If not, look for Val Venus to be part of DX. Everybody has heard the Hardy Boys and everything else. It's not true. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, line 2, you're on the air.
Yeah, I have a question, and I'd like to know whatever happened to Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Salvatore Sincere.
Okay.
Well, Brutus the Barber Beefcake is the Disciple right now. You know the Disciple on WCW?
Yeah.
That's Brutus the Barber Beefcake. They just, you know, they can't carry that gimmick into the WCW because I think WWF owns rights to that gimmick, but they do want to try and give him a better gimmick because if he can get over with the fans, they will give him back a better gimmick. He might come out as Ed Leslie, which is his real name. And who else did you ask about?
Salvatore Sincere.
Okay, I believe he's in the WWF power plant right now because he was injured. But I don't know if he's going to come back. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming. He's just going to be there as basically like an instructor to help. You know, a lot of the older guys are just basically helping out with either WCW or WWF in their wrestling schools, trying to get the young...
Well, he wanted to make a comeback, though, but his, like, injury keeps on.
Hey, so does a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I have just one more question and one more comment. Okay. My next question is, what's this thing with Bob Backlund for his political campaign and stuff?
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
That's
Bob Backlund. You mean Bob Backlund for president?
Yeah.
He tried to make a serious run, but it's pretty much laughed. You know, now everybody's kind of copied the Jesse Ventura thing. I saw that with Bob Backlund. I mean, he honestly is trying to run for president, folks, but you know, the odds of him getting even close or even being recognized nationally, if he does get recognized nationally, it'll be because how far Jesse Ventura's went.
Yeah, and an interesting note on Jesse Ventura, it would appear the WWF offered him $1 million to wrestle one more match, and also offered him anywhere from $3 to $4 million if he were to come in and, you know,
Do an
wrestle.
angle.
Yeah, like do an angle for them. I mean, Jesse Ventura's comments for that was, I'd have to get in better shape. So it doesn't sound like he's not interested in it, even if he is governor. What was your last question?
Well, it's not a question, it's a statement. Well, I've heard a lot about WCW and WWF, but I'm not dogging this show out or anything, but I'd like to hear more about ECW and stuff.
And we'd like to report more about ECW, to tell you the truth, but it's just not that much. It's harder to get news when they don't have a weekly show like WCW and WWF do. It's just harder to come about news and stuff with them with that.
And the thing with ECW also is, you know, the bottom line is it's the same story every week, financial troubles. You know, now we hear Shane Douglas is negotiating with the WWF because, hey, ECW once again is going to lose another wrestler because they can't afford to pay people. He's bouncing checks like crazy, you know, and there's just the financial troubles never end. And even all the deals that he supposedly make that are solid ground fall through.
But I do have some ECW news. Actually, I was going to report it later on the show. Is that Acclaim, who's supposed to be picking up the ECW game for, I believe, PlayStation and Nintendo 64, Acclaim told them that they will not, now this is a rumor, I'm not going to say this is definite, but they said that they will not, have that game come out until ECW signs nationally, a national deal. So hopefully they will get a nationally televised deal. That way we can see them every week with live things and not stuff that you see 2-3 weeks down the road. Because, then we'll report something that'll sound stupid anyway because you guys won't watch it until like 3 weeks from now. So I'm hoping for that.
Got you covered?
Yep, okay.
All right.
Bye.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Aaron from Akron calling.
Okay.
First of all, I'd like to say you got a great show.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Every Saturday. And, every Sunday. And, about the WCW and their ratings, I think they need to just get rid of Hogan and Flair. At least have Hogan to cut his hair or something.
But the thing is,
Dick running around with that big bald spot.
Yeah.
A frig hanging down.
I like to get rid of Hogan too.
I see your point there, but, in all honesty, the only times the WCW, and I agree, I think it's time for the old-timers to move on, but the only time the WCW really does hang with WWF is when Ric Flair is on screen.
I don't understand. I mean, I make the jokes about it and stuff, but honestly, I don't understand it either because Ric Flair's been my favorite since as long as I can remember. I've cheered on Ric Flair since, like, in the late 70s.
I have, too.
And it's like,
It's time for him to go.
Right. Maybe get I don't know, get like a manager job or something. But
tag team or something.
Well, they can't, the bottom line is if he's still pulling ratings, I wouldn't get rid of him until they get somebody else up there that will draw the ratings in his absence. Because if they get rid of him right now, they throw Hogan, Flair out, WCW is going to be even in worse trouble, I think.
About Kevin Nash, Bill Goldberg,
Yeah, well, those are up-and-coming guys, and Bill Goldberg's considered their most popular wrestler. Kevin Nash is even kind of played out. They need to get some new angles with him. Ric Flair's still the man when it comes to the ratings.
I expect the ratings to go up even more, though, when Bret the Hitman Hart comes back, though, because I believe he can pull in a lot of ratings.
Oh, so he's going to come back.
Oh, yeah, he had groin surgery. He didn't really quit. He wanted to go get his surgery done. So they use that angle to make it look, to shake up the world, to try and bring more viewers in. But honestly, I think it kind of scared more viewers away, thinking, hey,
And made him tune to WWF to see if he was going to show up there.
Right, so that was a stupid angle, but that's what they wanted to do because, he had to get groin surgery, and it was a success. So expect him to be back within the next few weeks.
And one more question I have. Whatever happened to Ted DiBiase?
Ted DiBiase's a minister now. You turn it on a different channel. I don't think we're allowed to say that. You'll see he has his own ministry show and everything, but he will be doing backstage stuff with WCW.
And he still goes on and gives reports to certain radio stations across the country that do the same type of show we do, except they're on the radio. He joins them and gives them a little inside scoop about all the federations as well.
Do I have a chance to answer the trivia question?
Yeah, you know the answer?
Is it WrestleMania?
Yes.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, and was the match between Hogan and Big John Studd?
Nope. You almost had it, man. You were on the edge.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, I have two questions.
Okay.
One was, whatever happened to the Ultimate Warrior?
Okay, here's a funny question, or a funny thing for Ultimate Warrior. It's not funny, but to me it kind of is. Ultimate Warrior is sick right now. First of all, when you're asked what's the matter with the Ultimate Warrior, no one wants to sign him because he's not good pub anymore because his gimmick is old. He doesn't want to change it. But anyway, a thing on Ultimate Warrior, he's sick right now, and I believe he's got hepatitis. So I don't know. Maybe he has to learn how to wash his hands after he wipes or something because.
There you go, man. I knew that it had to break through sometime. And, I thought, hey, we were going to have a nice, easy-going show, but the role model explodes right off the bat. And even on Mother's Day. Your mother's probably watching because, hey, you said Happy Mother's Day. And now she's hearing you talk about that kind of stuff.
Hey, I just think that the guy's taking the term eat something and die is just a little too literally, personally.
Come on.
But, I think I can answer your question.
Okay, what is it?
The first pay-per-view was WrestleMania #1.
Okay.
And the main event was Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy.
Wrong still.
But no cigar.
You guys are right there. Somebody's going to get this today. I know it. I mean, you're right on the edge with it. That's wrong.
Okay.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Brian.
Okay, where you from, Brian?
Cleveland.
All right.
I got the answer to your question.
Okay.
It's the Wrestling Classic, and the main event was Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper.
That's wrong also.
So close.
And it's not the Wrestling Classic. It was WrestleMania 1. The Wrestling Classic was the same year, but it was a couple months down the road. See, a lot of people didn't know that it wasn't actually called pay-per-view back when WrestleMania was on, but WrestleMania 1 is the correct answer.
That was like on big screens. Are you just talking about TV pay-per-view?
No, I'm talking pay-per-view in general. WrestleMania 1 is still considered a pay-per-view, and it was a couple months before that. The Classic you're talking about, I believe, was in November.
TV, right?
Huh?
Talking about the closed circuit TV when they had.
Yeah, well, that's still pay-per-view.
Oh, okay. Right. I just thought you meant TV. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are the Freebirds getting back together, like with the Hardy Boys involved? Or something?
That is a possibility.
Well, no. Now I heard, as of today, actually, I heard that they had a thing where Doc Hendricks was going to come out and try to redo a New Age Freebirds angle. I heard as of today, that's out the window. Because the Hardy Boys, they were going to have the Hardy Boys and Doc Hendricks do some kind of Freebird thing. Now they feel it's kind of corny. They don't even want to do anything with Doc Hendricks or the Freebirds.
I hope that's not true, man. I miss P.S. Michael P.S.
Well, look at him now. I mean, they kind of made him look really bad anyway. I mean, remember when he came out and he was doing the Bad Street dance and then Kane come out and choke slammed him? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Like about 6 months ago on Raw or something like that?
I think they ought to use Michael Hayes. He's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think the Freebirds died years ago. Keep them off.
Model there, man.
See, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Anyway, we got to go do another commercial break.
Told me to talk radio icons, Richard Bryan, for nothing.
All right, see?
You guys ever listen to 1300 AM WERE?
No, but we might have to. It sounds like you have a lot of knowledge going on.
Tuesday mornings,
let me guess, are you the host?
well, no, I do the wrestling news at 3:16 a.m.
16 a.m.
1 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's called The Night Owls with Mark Russo and GP. Maybe you guys should try to come on there or something.
Hey, well, email us, let us know some details. Maybe we'll work it out.
Hey, because that'd be pretty cool. You guys know a lot, too.
All right. We're the best. What are you talking about?
The one guy on the left doesn't, but the role model does.
All right.
Okay, well, that's enough of this call.
Me and him are vibing. We're seeing like this, you know.
Hey, we got to go take a commercial break, but when we get back, we'll take some more calls, cover some more news, and take care of trivia questions.
RCW Universe, RCW Fanbase. I am the Street Grinder, leader of the RCW Street Crew, Mike Botts, presenting to you today Rubber City Wrestling, A Grave Affair 6, featuring the 4th annual Yeti Bunkhouse Stampede Memorial Battle Royal. Saturday, November 1st, 2025, at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, 547 South Monroe Falls Road. Make sure you get your tickets, make sure you call off, whatever you gotta do so you don't miss this spectacular event. I am the Street Grinder. You don't want to miss this. And that's a Street Grinder approved message.
Hi, my name is Paul Rhodes. Welcome to the Rhodes Marketplace. We're over here at 1148 Cleveland Road in Sandusky, Ohio, 44870. Our hours are Friday, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 12 to 6. We're a hybrid venue, so we have crafters, artists, bakers, all different kinds of stuff in here with all of our vendors. We're still a growing business. We're in our first month now. We have a splatter paint room where you can go in there and throw paint at your family, your friends, paint a canvas while you're in there. And on top of that, we're also working on a rage room, which will be open by the beginning of June. You need to come out and check us out. Thanks.
RCW, Rubber City Wrestling.
Wake up out there!
This is the Outcast Shannon Moore.
Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
Typhoon, the Shockmaster, and the B.A.double-D.
This is Chad Saylor, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
If you don't believe me, ask me.
I'm Magnum TA and that's some straight talk with the boss.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube. Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com.
On a Mother's Day, thanks everybody for joining us. I would like to give you once again a little information on how you can advertise with our show. If you own a big business, small business, and hey, you want a class act to advertise it with, we're the show to do it with. Give us a call at area code 330-922-4286. We'll get you hooked right up and guarantee business through the roof. The role model, like we were saying before you're taking the calls there, you know, a lot of people are getting close to this trivia question. It'll be interesting to see what goes on with it. I don't know if anybody's going to get it, though. It seems like everybody's kind of getting leaded off certain ways. Hi, you're on the air.
Matt from Akron.
How you doing?
All right. First, I'd like to try and answer the trivia question.
All right, go ahead.
Was WrestleMania 1, was it Hogan versus Andre the Giant?
Nope. You guys are getting close. That was WrestleMania 3's main event, though. Getting closer. You got anything to tell us?
Yeah. What happened to the Bulldog from WCW? I heard he got dropped through a trap door, but, like, is he paralyzed, or...?
Okay, he didn't get dropped through the trap door. He hit his back on the Ultimate Warrior's trap door and crushed 4 vertebrae. He's in a body cast right now because he refused to have the surgery. If he would have had the surgery, which would have put titanium into his back, he would have never been able to walk again, which I'd be like, well, you think I want to have surgery? I'd rather walk than...
Plus, he had the spinal infection. He was in the hospital for months. He is home now. You know, we gave the address a couple weeks back where you could write him, you know, and give a little thing. We don't happen to have that with us today. But he is on a road recovering. He does, his one dream now, his goal now is to come back and wrestle one last match with his son in a tag team match.
Man, he got plenty of time to wait because his son's only 13, so...
Yep.
I've got one more question. Why did the Horsemen turn like the ultimate wusses now?
Well, because...
That ought to offend the role model.
Not going to offend the role model because they got the midget Malenko and they got Benoit, who's just, I don't know. I mean, he's just, I like Benoit. They're both great wrestlers, actually, but they're just not Horseman wrestlers. But it's funny you bring up the Horsemen. Benoit and Malenko are mad right now. I mean, they're getting mad because, you know, all the spotlight's on Ric Flair, and Ric Flair never comes down with the Horsemen, and, you know, there's no cohesiveness between the Horseman group. Plus, Mongo's right now seeking therapy because he's suffering depression, so he's pretty much out of the Horsemen. You know, you might as well just mark him off of it now. Expect to see Scott Hall become the next Horseman. You know, this is not 100% guaranteed, but it looks like they like that angle. So I would expect to see Scott Hall become the next Horseman member. And somewhere down the road, expect to see Malenko and Benoit both out of the Horsemen, but that won't happen for a while.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
You know, another thing going on, you know, like we were talking about the little WWF news, you know, there's actually some heat behind the scenes of WWF. The biggest little argument going on, you know, of course, WCW was Steiner and Buff. WWF has it where Austin and The Rock are having a little bit of heat.
Yeah, they haven't thrown blows yet, but
no, they haven't thrown blows.
It to happen.
But you know, Austin has been in the business a lot longer than The Rock has. The Rock feels he's a bigger star, or just as big as Austin, which, in my opinion, he is just as big as Austin. But I think he does have to know his role. He needs to step down and realize, hey, you know, Austin, you got to show your respect to people that have been in the business for a while.
You got 3 seconds. And The Rock means 3 seconds to take that back. I think The Rock would be a much better star than that Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You know, and another thing going on with the WWF, you got Mankind at Over the Edge is the next pay-per-view. Look for that to be his last match for a couple months. After that, he's going to have his knee surgery done. I mean, he's got all kinds of pins, needles, everything through his whole body. He's going to go get knee surgery taken care of, and he'll be gone about 7 weeks after the pay-per-view event.
Won't be missed.
Won't be missed. Please, he's the best wrestler WWF has to offer. I mean, who takes falls like he does? You know, another funny thing with the WWF also, speaking of falls, you know, last week, you remember when Austin and The Rock got thrown off the thing? They, all over everywhere, they said, hey, The Rock broke his arm. For all you people out there to believe that The Rock broke his arm,
don't.
Yeah, it's not true.
It's not true. Our you know, hey, maybe we're reporting crap, but it's not true, okay? I'm positive on this. He's going to come out with a Cowboy Bob Orton type angle where he has the cast on his arm like when he was Bodyguard Ace, you know, clocking people with the cast. So expect that to happen.
You know, and another thing that we mentioned a couple weeks ago, I came out and I said, hey, look for The Undertaker to beat Austin over the edge. Once again, you heard it first here on Pro Wrestling Weekly. And what do I hear from a fan somewhere out there? Emailed me and said, hey, they were actually at a photo shoot, taping, you know, shooting photos for the next WWF magazine. Undertaker was wearing the title. Man, I'm good. What do you got to say about that, role model?
Well, maybe some of me is rubbing off on you, John, because, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. I mean, how else would you finally come up with the right answer?
You know, but hey, you know, you called the shot on the Shawn Michaels thing, but now they're saying, hey, there might even be another delay.
I called the shot on the Shawn Michaels thing, and then next week after that, I called the shot on the Ole Anderson thing, because when John goes and looks it up, who did he find out what was?
Yeah, it wasn't Ole Anderson, it was Gene Anderson, so I stand corrected. All you people that are Ole Anderson fans, you'll hear it one time. The champ was wrong. Like I said, hey, we're not God. But it was Gene Anderson, and I just, you know, got...
I don't know, I got an email from a guy named Chris the Brain, and he's telling me I should put up a poster in the background talking about how many times I'm right and how many times you're wrong. And you know what? I think the Brain might have an idea. They don't call him the Brain for
Anyway,
nothing.
like I said, the Shawn Michaels thing, he's going to be on Pacific Blue, so all you ladies that love Shawn Michaels, I guess you better start liking that show. He's going to be on there. He's in Hawaii taping a couple episodes there, so look for him to be a part of that. Also, you know, Austin, they're talking about making him a semi-regular on Nash Bridges there, hoping that shoots up the ratings because, hey, they're doing poorly. And of course,
that's a good idea, too. Get him out of the ring, put him on something else where I don't have to bother with him anymore. No more Austin news. I like that.
Let's go to the phone, see if anybody's got answers to the trivia questions. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I think I got the answer to this question.
Okay.
Was it Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Piper?
Right. That's right. But can you tell us, you know, let's get it more complete because we are talking to Bill Goldberg. I mean, officially that's not correct. I mean, that is the match, but who was in each person's corner?
They had special people in the corner and everything.
And what was the event? You didn't even say that yet.
Mania 1.
Okay. Who was the people in their corners? I mean, you gotta say it like the announcer says it. You know, in this corner, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with.
Oh, I don't know.
Man, he's so.
God.
I don't know, role model. What do you think?
Well, John, I don't know. The guy did have the right match. We'll be here all day with all these fans trying to call in. No one will ever get it right. You might as well give this one away.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do here. If you give us a good impression of, let's see, what wrestler?
You're right. We should have him do a impression.
Hey.
You do wrestling impressions at all?
I could try.
Okay.
All right.
If you give us a wrestling impression, do what the Road Dogg does before he, you know, gets into his match. Give us the whole detail there. We think it's good enough.
Say it loud so everybody can hear it.
Say it loud. Yeah, say it loud so everybody hears it, and it's got to be a good impression. If you do the impression good enough, we'll go ahead and let you slide with the trivia answer.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Hey, we can't give it to you, man. You blew it. You had the free ride there. So everybody out there, you already know it's WrestleMania 1. You already know the match, but you got to tell us who was in the corner with him. So we know it's WrestleMania 1. We know it's Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. Who were in the corners? And we'll give you the Bill Goldberg's autograph. Hi, you're on the air.
Yes, I'm from Marfa Barberton, and I got the answer to the trivia question.
Okay.
It was Hulk Hogan, and it was WrestleMania 1.
All right.
It was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, and versus Paul Anderson and Roddy Piper.
Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. Yeah, we already got that. Who was in the corner of them guys? Yeah,
he said Paul Anderson anyway.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, yeah, who was in the corner? Do you know who's in the corners?
Yeah, special like people in their corner.
Guests in their corners.
Jimmy Hart.
No. Nope. I don't know. If you could find out, give us a call back and we'll see what we can do for you. All right?
All right.
Any questions?
Yeah. Is Kane gonna end up joining DX?
I doubt it. I can't picture Kane throwing up a DX symbol anytime.
Yeah, everybody's been asking about that. I mean,
he's the big red retard. What's he gonna do? I don't see him throwing that up.
All right. Hi, line 3. You're on the air.
Yeah, I got a question about, do you think, like, The Undertaker is going to, like, get so pissed off at Shane McMahon that he's going to, like, the ministry's going to break from the corporation and then, like, have, like, a big rivalry going or something?
I mean, that's not going to happen anytime soon.
I mean, right? I just, you know, when he was announcing matches last week and he said, The Undertaker versus The Big Show, and The Undertaker looked at him like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was just like, oh, you probably get the fans hyped up into it. I mean, that angle's going to go until probably the next couple pay-per-views. You know, like I said, they're going to have something to do with Undertaker winning the title at the next pay-per-view, so he's going to be with them that long. You know, and then again, storylines change, so, hey, nothing's impossible in the world of wrestling. But if my opinion, I'd say no, not right now.
And I'm also hearing that Shane is not that higher power that, you know, everybody's insinuating now, that Shane was a higher power that he was talking about, and it actually is going to be, there's going to start up another angle where it was Vince McMahon's wife that was a higher power. So it's going to get even different. It's going to get even weirder.
All right.
All right.
Good show.
Thanks. You're on the air. You still need an answer to that trivia question.
I know who was in the corner. In the corner of Hulk Hogan.
Okay, hold on. We want to hear it. Here's how I want you to tell me. Tell me the event, the match, and who was in the corners.
WrestleMania 1, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with Jimmy Superfly Snuka in the corner versus Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper with Cowboy Bob Orton.
Hey, we got a winner.
What? I thought I gave it away when I was talking about how Rock was doing the Cowboy Bob Orton thing with the cast, because that's exactly what I was talking about. I was like, you know, maybe people will pick it up on that.
You like Bill Goldberg?
I like Sting more, but Goldberg's okay.
You know what? Didn't you have a Sting autograph picture too?
I did have one, but we got rid of it.
Oh, man.
But, okay, well, you want the Bill Goldberg autograph? Okay, hey, you do any impressions?
Not really.
Hey, come on, you got to do something. You got the autograph, but you got to give us some kind of thing here.
Who's next? I don't know.
That's good enough. That's about all that dummy can get out anyway.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
All right.
I've been getting like every pay-per-view since 1995 pretty much, and I missed a couple in 97. How would I go about getting like SummerSlam 97 and King of the Ring 97?
You might be able to go to I can't say the name of them because I'm not about to.
No, you can go to WWF, their website, WWF.com. You can order any video that the WWF's ever made on the website.
Yeah, you could also go to a video store and order them though. That's what I was trying to get at. But I don't want to say no video place's name until they start paying
videos.
up.
Yeah, you can get videos for anything, anywhere. In fact, you know, WWF's coming out with a bunch of collector things. Like they already have the WrestleMania set out. They're coming out with all the Survivor Series, even the one that started way back in Richfield Coliseum. You know, videotapes aren't hard to come by. If you were saying something like the little collector's dolls or something.
Is it true that they also have the Saturday night main events also? Because
yeah, I mean, like I said, anything with video, just go to WWF.com, or there's a bunch of collectible sites all over the internet. You can get anything from there.
Okay, one more question. Is there going to be a Brawl for All this year?
A Brawl for All? No, they're done with that. They were kind of embarrassed last year after their guy who they believed, Bart Gunn, was going to beat Butterbean, and then he ended up going in there and getting embarrassed, you know,
all
embarrassed
I have to say,
so bad.
All I have to say is I called that I called that right down the middle. I said that he was going to get knocked out in the first minute, and he did get knocked out within the first minute. So
I honestly believed he would hang for a minute, but
I
hey,
didn't think so.
Butterbean, I guess, a lot harder hitter than everybody thinks, you know.
I called that. So
hey, we got to go to a commercial. When we get back, we're going to take some more calls, some more news. You know, we got a winner, so I guess we're not giving away the Bill Goldberg anymore. When we get back, we'll see you in a minute.
Let me help you out of your chair, Grandma.
Hey, what up? This is Jay Music.
Hey, man, it's Randall from Clerks.
And you're watching Rubber City Wrestling. Real pro wrestling, not that flippy stuff.
Rubber City. Isn't that what they call James Franco's bedroom? Guy orders condoms by the pallet.
Snoogans.
TNT Health, unmasking your potential. So, you want to look like the headline, Vinny DiMaggio? Here's your chance. Let's not be ridiculous. Nobody can look like Vinny. But if you need that energy before your workout, or you want to lose some weight, burn some fat, we got that. You want to build some lean muscle? You can get it at TNT. Or even if you just need the essentials, BCAAs, juiced up. Here at TNT Health, we carry it all. Come visit us at TNTHealth.com.
All my life, I wanted something to do with pro wrestling. I didn't care if it was a pro wrestler, a manager, an announcer. Hell, I'd even be the water boy. It was my dream to be a part of pro wrestling, and that's why I'm thankful for this opportunity.
Join the champ John Potok, the boss's son Bo Smirno, and your role model Ric Lieb Saturdays at noon for reruns of Pro Wrestling Weekly on the RCW Network on YouTube.
And he wants to be a wrestler. Again, as you guys know, we got a winner finally for the Bill Goldberg thing. You know, I just realized something that we forgot to mention, a big announcement about Goldberg and Sting tonight. You know, they're wrestling to find out who's the franchise of the WCW. You heard it here first also. Tonight, big surprise coming out of that match. We believe there's going to be someone turn heel. We don't know which one it's going to be, but look for Sting or Goldberg tonight to turn the tracks to the other way.
Who do you think it could be?
I believe I hope it's Sting, because I like Goldberg as a good guy. But hey, you never know.
See, honestly, I think that, you know, if you get him a little educated, Goldberg would be a pretty good heel. I mean, he just needs to learn how to talk without smiling. And I think maybe he would be a pretty good heel. He's got the look of a heel, and plus it would be easier for them to push him off as losing some matches. Because obviously they're too predictable right now. I think it would also go better for the ratings.
All right, let's go back to the phone and get some more information here. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I was wondering, who won that bar fight between Big Papa Pump and,
You knew somebody was going to call about that.
You know, Rick Steiner broke it up before anything got serious, but I wish I could have been there.
Who do you think won?
probably Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagwell?
You don't think Big
Pump?
Papa-licious would have got him?
Big to move.
Yeah, that's true.
Too big to move. He don't have to move. He has to hit you once and you're dropped.
And also, was Val Venus and Chastity really porn stars?
No, Val Venus, well, Chastity was. Her name was Alexa in the porno Live Bait, and I'm hearing that they might have used that scene also in a porno called Porn in the USA. But no, Val Venus was never a porn star. It's just a gimmick.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, is Nicole...
Who was just yelling at you? Your mom?
No, my brother.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I got all my friends watching you guys.
All right, good. Throw a shoe at him, man. Don't let nobody yell at you when you're on the phone. That's rude.
Hey, role model, we stick up for you around here.
All right, good man.
You're the greatest.
I am. That's true.
Hey, I gotta ask, is Nicole Bass gonna post for Playboy soon?
I hope so. Oh, man.
Hey, this is Sean Samuels, Chicago Falls.
Oh, yeah, you gotta give yourself your props there.
No, I do. I gotta ask, why you guys all stick up for the WCW?
I stick up for the WCW because...
We don't really. If you just heard us earlier in the show, it seemed like we were bad-mouthing them.
Yeah, we don't stick up for them too much, but I do like their matches. They have been putting on good matches lately. They got a lot of talent. They just got to get some real bookers, get Kevin Nash out of there. You know, any guy that calls himself Big Sexy in front of a bunch of men has a problem in my book anyway.
All right, wait a minute. There's just as many women going to the shows nowadays. And
Hey, the guy still calls himself Big Sexy in the locker room, so we don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
That's ridiculous.
Hey.
Yeah.
Champ.
Yeah.
Know your role.
Thank you very much. I'm telling this
guy. Obviously does good impressions. Got any better ones than that?
Yeah, know your role model.
Hey, you tell that even colder that he is the biggest piece of Ohio trailer park trash walking.
If you smell la 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 la.
Oh, brother. I'm surrounded by them today. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi,
Where are you from?
from Barberton, Ohio,
Okay.
and I wanted to know...
TVs work out there?
If Rock,
Nothing, go ahead.
by chance Rock and Stone Cold might be teamed up at SummerSlam as a tag team.
By chance, will they be?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I mean, anything's possible, but they're going to push singles with those two guys, And besides, not to mention, as you heard earlier, The Rock and Austin, they don't get along too well behind the scenes, arguing about who the bigger star is. SummerSlam, I believe by then, that might be either win The Rock to probably win the title, or if he's already champ, or if he, look for him to get the thing with Triple H or Rock against Undertaker. It'll be interesting to see what happens then. But no, as far as the tag team, I doubt it.
And I'd like to say a comment about Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think that Stone Cold Steve Austin is the biggest piece of trailer park trash walking God's green earth.
Man, we are having intelligent callers calling today. It's about time we get some educated
What
callers
is this,
calling
a role model Ric
I
Lieb
apologize
day?
for the Barberton
What'd you do,
comment
hire
now.
all your cousins and your mother to call here today, or
These
what?
are role model fans calling up. These are people that have common knowledge. These are educated people calling up here. No more of these people calling up for you, John. These are people that call probably from their cellular phone and not some...
Are you a role
state
model
phone.
fan, too?
Yeah, I'm definitely a role model fan.
Hey, if you go to any of the events, don't forget to hold up your role model signs.
I won't.
All right, good job.
I need some help here, people. You're on the air.
I just was wondering, is McMichael, Mongo, and Debbie really married or are they divorced?
They're divorced now, from what I'm hearing.
Who?
Steve Mongo McMichael and
Oh,
Debbie
yeah.
McMichael.
Actually, he's in therapy right now for depression.
and
Wonder why, because his
we
wife's
believe
probably
it's-
making more money than him and going to be a bigger star.
Better off without her.
Yeah, he is, because she's nothing but money-hungry trash anyway,
Oh, please. What do you mean he's better off without her? Where's he going to go without her? The only reason why he got anywhere he got in wrestling is because of the way his wife looked.
No, the only way she got anywhere in the world is because he was a professional football player that was good. He played for the Bears.
And he should have died with
Dave.
football.
TV.
What's that?
She looks like a slut. She doesn't belong on TV.
So I take it you're against the women on wrestling, huh?
Oh, it's just her.
Oh, wait a
her?
minute now. No, you give me
You mean
one
to
night with
actually
her
sit
and-
there and tell me and look me straight in the face, because I'm on your screen, you don't want to see those puppies?
Nope. I got better puppies than that at home.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
What did you just say? He's got better puppies at home?
Well, maybe he does, but I got puppies at home too, but you know what? Man's best friend is always welcome to come over my house.
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
You guys rock for Ric Flair?
I'm a Ric Flair fan.
I think he's the biggest farcer in wrestling.
Well, it's about time the chump has a fan to call in for him.
Always been a
the
farce.
champ.
That's one all his matches by fake.
Well, hey, since you're all into this, what about the role model? Are you a fan of the role model?
Not particularly.
Oh, that's too bad.
A fake too.
It's about
You
time.
said you're a fake, too.
It's about time the unintelligent callers start calling in for John here.
All right, thanks for calling.
Hey.
You're on the air.
The role model, you're a real loser, you know that?
Oh, geez. Now we're
Hey,
really
finally, my fans come to save me.
Okay, well.
You got a question for us?
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah,
important.
well, Chris Jericho, I heard his contract's up in July with WCW.
Yeah, July 27th, it's up. He has still not re-signed with WCW. I know they've offered him a lot. Rumor has it, he's leaning more towards the WWF now because he believes that he'll get a bigger push, which in all reality is true if he goes to WWF.
Yeah, well, I heard he hired a lawyer to start doing the negotiations.
Oh, he's been done that a long time ago, but he still hasn't touched grounds on which way he wants to go. WCW, he's hoping, they sweeten the deal. He's trying to get the best of both worlds right now.
I can understand that.
Yeah, really.
Question I have is, with DX, I couldn't see Jericho doing it, because with his personal life being a born-again Christian.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, but that's what they say. I mean, Jericho, I don't see how you couldn't see him. Look how he used to be. He was always dancing and
Yeah,
prancing.
but
And
Jericho is a born-again Christian, and what they're doing is against born-again Christian rules. I'm
now
saying,
you got the born-again Christian guidebook in your
Hey,
hands there,
look.
right?
I mean, he admits it's an act.
Hey, look at Sting. He's a born-again Christian. Look what he still does.
Yeah, but he admits it's 15, 20 minutes a night he's acting. That's it.
right, it is acting.
It's different if he was an actor.
Right,
But
so if he's acting, what makes the difference if he's acting like DX or if he's acting like anybody else?
Because he's not saying suck it on the air.
Yeah, but born-again Christians aren't paying him $700,000 a year either.
Yeah, but still.
But role model, you're still a loser.
Yeah, okay, well, go back to your drinking.
Hi, you're on the air.
Did you know if Vince McMahon's going to start taking over WWF, taking over Shane or not?
Yeah, I mean, down the road, he's going to eventually take his role back, But eventually what it's going to lead to is a pay-per-view event where McMahon and Shane wrestle for the rights to the WWF and all that mess down there. Eventually, McMahon will get his power back.
Did Even Colder win last night against J.D. Steele?
Yeah, it was a quick match. Even Colder did win. Actually, we got some reports here on what happened last night. It was at the Stowe Armory. Even Colder did beat J.D. Steele. J.D. Steele came out with a knee injury. He blew his knee out or something, and he wasn't supposed to wrestle. In fact, the promoter told him not to wrestle. he got signed a waiver saying, hey, he still wanted to wrestle, and then he ended up getting beat up.
That's what he deserved.
What do you say about that, role model?
Hey, the guy can't wrestle with a blown knee. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, role model, whose role model are you?
Yours, son.
Oh, you keep dreaming.
Oh, man.
All right.
Go back to smacking little kids around or something.
Hi, you're on the air.
That's my new thing. I'm going to tell everybody to go back to doing something.
What's that?
That's the Pro.
Okay.
And they're saying that Triple H is going to win the belt at SummerSlam.
Yeah, well, we're not sure where it's going to be. Triple H is definitely going to win the belt. Here's my insiders say, you know, and like I said, wrestling angles change all the time. The rumor has it is Undertaker's going to beat Austin, Rock's going to beat Undertaker, and then Triple H beats The Rock. You know, and as you know, as you've seen last week, Triple H and The Rock are going at it. Austin and Undertaker were going at it. I mean, it's going to be between the four of them for the next couple months. Then who knows from there, you know, of course, they're signing a lot of new heels. WWF's running a little low on heels. Shane Douglas, they're trying to sign, bringing in, you know. Who knows what's going to happen. Things change all the time as they get new people.
All right, thank you.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Who's the pencil neck geek next to you?
Which, the role model?
Wow, classy Freddie Blassie is calling in after all these years. Pencil neck geek. That's pretty good.
Where are you from?
Florida.
Yeah, figures.
Wow. Here down here with Ric Lieb.
Yeah, Florida.
All right, you're on the air.
Hey, what's happening, brother? How you doing? This is G-Mo from Cleveland, a hardcore king. Oh, you guys are doing a great show, man. I love it. I just walked in. I started checking it out. This is great for the business, man. You guys are awesome, man.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland. I do shows in Cleveland. We got the Pitbulls coming in real soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the 20th.
Hey, send us down some information. Maybe we can help you out a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll give you my number and stuff off the air or something, and we'll talk, or I'll call you back later or whatever.
Do you have the internet?
Yeah, I'm with Psycho Mike on mastersofmayhem.com.
Okay, well, go ahead and interrupt, or send an email to one
Or
of our
call the
addresses that we
advertise-
put
like
over
right
the
now,
show, or
you
we
can
got
keep-
the advertisement number on the thing right now. Go
Hey,
ahead.
are you guys workers also?
Every once in a while, we've been known to do it. We did it a while ago, but we're kind of...
Matter of fact, me and him have actually 10 years ago from the 5th, man, was our
main event.
headlined it. And I was smacking him around until from...
Yeah.
Hey, man, we got the Pitbulls coming in May 23rd, if you guys don't mind me plugging it real quick.
Hey, go ahead.
We're at Gargano's on West 25th. It's going to be hardcore, it's going to be bloody, and it's like tradition. I've jumped off of this building onto people 3 years straight, so I'm smashing somebody off the building.
Hey, well, give us a call later. Maybe we can hook up, maybe have a guest on the show or something, and give the people some real...
At the show, advertise for you.
As you know, the NWW has been a great help to us also, so, yeah, give us a call.
Okay, guys, thank you.
All right.
Hey, you're doing a good job.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Job, you get it?
All right, we got to take a break. When we get back, we'll get ready to start wrapping things up and cover some last couple calls. It's the end of the show?
No, we're going to take 5 more minutes.
Hey, wait a minute here.
Yeah, this is Pro Wrestling Weekly. We still got a whole full
Yeah,
thing
we
of
want.
calls
You know what?
here.
We
We're
want
gonna
to.
take
We want to
about 5 more minutes.
extend this. We understand it's supposed to be the end of the show.
Okay.
You heard it here first. We're taking 5 more minutes. We'll see after this commercial break, and we'll see who runs the show around here.
We ain't going nowhere.
RCW Universe, RCW Fanbase. I am the Street Grinder, leader of the RCW Street Crew, Mike Botts, presenting to you today Rubber City Wrestling, A Grave Affair 6, featuring the 4th annual Yeti Bunkhouse Stampede Memorial Battle Royal. Saturday, November 1st, 2025, at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, 547 South Monroe Falls Road. Make sure you get your tickets, make sure you call off, whatever you gotta do so you don't miss this spectacular event. I am the Street Grinder. You don't want to miss this. And that's a Street Grinder approved message.
Hi, my name is Paul Rhodes. Welcome to the Rhodes Marketplace. We're over here at 1148 Cleveland Road in Sandusky, Ohio, 44870. Our hours are Friday, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 12 to 6. We're a hybrid venue, so we have crafters, artists, bakers, all different kinds of stuff in here with all of our vendors. We're still a growing business. We're in our first month now. We have a splatter paint room where you can go in there and throw paint at your family, your friends, paint a canvas while you're in there. And on top of that, we're also working on a rage room, which will be open by the beginning of June. You need to come out and check us out. Thanks.
RCW, Rubber City Wrestling.
Hello, yes, this is Danhausen.
This is Sunny from Glow.
The Birdman Coco Beware.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Gangrel, and you're watching Rubber City Wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
Not that flippy stuff.
Get your thrill with the real.
Keep banging and banging.
Take care and Sunny smiles.
Catch RCW Spotlight Sundays and RCW Global Thursdays only on the RCW Network on YouTube. Would you like to see your commercial aired on both RCW Spotlight and RCW Global? Contact us on social media at facebook.com/Rubber City Wrestling, Instagram at Rubber City Wrestling, or email us at the RCW Network at gmail.com.
Oh, like I said, we're back.
Yeah,
Role model.
Pirates
Can
now.
you believe? Yeah.
They start us 5 minutes late and expect us to get off the air. I don't see that happening here.
Hey, let's go ahead. We're going to take a couple more calls real quick, and then we're going to get off the air here when we feel like getting off the air. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello, I got a question about, Gilbert got fired recently. What's going to happen with the light heavyweight title?
I don't even think they're going to have the light heavyweight title anymore.
Yeah, they've demolished that a while ago. They were talking about bringing it back in for a couple things. But, I mean, the bottom line is it's not doing anything for the WWF, so why even bring it around?
Well, I think it's an interesting belt, though. I mean, cruiserweight title, they should have something to, compete with it.
Yeah, well, too many titles in wrestling already.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, I have a question about DX.
Okay.
How Triple H is going to come back. Is China going to come back with them?
Yeah, well, Triple H, eventually it's all going to rotate back. Wherever Triple H goes, China's more than likely going to go. I mean, I know she was in the corporate ministry there for a while. This. Like I said, we can't say it enough times that, hey, wrestling angles change all the time.
Yeah, well, and about Kevin Nash and DDP tonight.
Yeah?
Who's going to win that, do you know?
Of course we know. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Who's going to win, then?
Oh, we have to have our little angle with
we
the belt.
We have our little angle with the belt.
So, no, reality,
yes,
I
the
have
role
to
model.
say DDP, and he has to say Kevin Nash. He's just going to have to take one of our words for it. We're not, we're going to ruin the whole entire event.
Are you betting your friends?
No. And I got something about Role Model. Stop making fun of Stone Cold.
Why?
Because he could beat you up real bad.
No, he can't. Hey, I'll throw the challenge. Stone Cold, I'm right here. Whenever.
Oh,
all right, well.
My phone
ain't
ringing.
Real tough. Well, yeah, real tough now. The phone ain't ringing because the lines are jammed. All right, you're on the air real quick.
Yeah, somebody last week was asking about El Gigante.
Yeah.
I've seen a basketball player named George Murison. It looks like him. I just was wondering if it was the same guy and he just went to basketball.
No, it's a different guy. It's not the same guy, but yes, he does look like him to me, too. It's funny you said that because I was thinking that, too, when someone was asking that.
Now, the one thing about both organizations, I think a lot of it is just too much show and not enough wrestling. I think that's part of the ratings problem.
Well, no, because the WWF's having great ratings, and they had a thing.
Show,
remember last week we were saying, hey, how many actual minutes of wrestling are on a 2-hour special for the WWF? You know, there's only actually 36 minutes of actual wrestling. The rest of it's all setting up angles, talking. So obviously it's helping the WWF. The WCW just doesn't have storylines, and that's what's hurting the WCW and ECW. So, it can't be that there's not enough wrestling because WCW is not showing half the stuff that the WWF does.
I tell you what, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I've gotten to where I've tuned out of both organizations here lately.
Huh.
I'm just bored with it.
You like the wrestling aspect of the whole thing. If you want to watch WCW as of lately, you will get more wrestling than you will get that stuff. So, but honestly, you're not going to get to see any of it this week because Thunder and Nitro have been canceled because of the NBA playoffs.
Well, I just discovered your show, and you guys have a real good show.
Hey, well, tell people about it.
I sure will, and I'll be tuning in.
All right, thanks. All right, you're the last caller, so better make it good.
Do you know when Even Colder is gonna wrestle next?
Even colder? Actually, we do. Screwy Louie's, if you had watched, there's a commercial that was on here. He's going to be May 19th. He's going to be at Screwy Louie's.
Really?
Yeah.
And I have something.
But you have to be over 18 to get into that show, and I don't know, you don't sound like you're 18.
Oh, you better shut up. I have a question for that role model.
All right.
You can kick on Stone Cold because he's nothing to me, but just don't say nothing about Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Huh?
Big sexy Kevin Nash.
I'll marry
Big
him.
sexy in the back of the locker room Kevin Nash.
Huh?
Oh, man. How can I not say anything about Kevin Nash? He calls himself big sexy in front of a bunch of men.
He is sexy.
Hey, I think so, too.
Anyway, you know, that we're going to finally wrap things up here. We appreciate everybody calling today. We, you know, as is always, once again, Mom, happy Mother's Day, the role model, you know.
Yeah, Mom, Carrie, happy Mother's Day. That was your gift. Don't expect anything else.
Oh, there you go already. I'm going to go spend a little happy Mother's Day with my mom to be here, Heather. We're going to have a good day today also. Once again, you know, I'd like to say thanks for calling. Appreciate everybody joining us every week. Every week we're going to try to have something to give away one way or the other. And we'll be here every Sunday at noon, so stop on by, let us know some news, rumors, or views. And like I said, one real quick thing, if you want to email us, you can PWWeekly29 for me, eRoleModel at America Online, both of us. You can also advertise with us at area code 330-922-4286. You know, let us know what you think of the show. We appreciate all the feedback. And like once again, we'll be here next Sunday at noon. Thanks for joining us.